to learn. Start to learn. This is a different kind of training right now, which the title is Maximizing Your Full Potential. You know, people who are successful in life, they know how to maximize their full potential, not only in the business side, but also about their families, with their children, with their partners in life. Everything is what you call a holistic effect. In order for you to maximize your full potential, basically we must know how to plan, how to use the time, and how to execute it. Three important things in life. That will be planning, using time, and then execute. So I would like to welcome each and every one of you to our training today, maximizing your full potential. To start with, I would like you to look at this. It says opportunity is, other people says nowhere, or opportunity is now here. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people, especially at this time, are looking for opportunity. And aren't you glad that you have N-World? An opportunity that you have right now in your hands. An opportunity that you have right now in your surroundings, which you can now, is like a vehicle for you. You don't need to look for one, you have already it in your hands. So look at this picture. Try to see where you are right now. And I want you really to put to treasure this time right now. Because whether other things are going in other ways, you have a direction. To become successful, to become able for you to maximize your full potential, one thing always comes out, and that is the question, what is your deepest why? Probably you have answered that before, and probably you have another one. The point is, what is it? Have you really been honest with yourself? My point is, always remember this. The two best days of your life is the day you were born and the day you find out your deepest why. Your deepest why, ladies and gentlemen, will catapult you, will motivate you, will let you focus on the things that you have to do. That's why I would like you right now to really look at it and try to see. Probably the deepest why right now you have is just where you are at. You wouldn't like to be in this situation. If you consider this as your deepest why, then I respect you for that. If you consider other deepest why, then good news. You already have been out of your comfort zone. It is only when you think out of your comfort zone that you will know your deepest why. Deepest why, ladies and gentlemen, is very simply asking you, you knew your deepest why. My next question is, what are you doing about it? Are you doing something about it? Or you have seen N-World. So my question is, why are you doing the business? Let's go back to basic. Let's go back to square one. Why did you join? Was it because of the hype of the person sharing to you, excitement, showing you the cars, showing you people who are successful, the top earners? Probably yes. Probably yes. And as you go deeper, as you stay with us, as you do the business, you now find in your heart the reason why you're doing this. And that is the best part, ladies and gentlemen. What's really your purpose in life? Whether you like it or not, you're going to wake up every morning. You're going to wake up. I guarantee you this. Man, I tried sleeping until 2 o'clock. No, you have to wake up. You're going to go get up from your bed. My question is, when you get up, what will you do? It's lockdown. Then do you think you can sleep and sleep and sleep? No. Okay. Then you still have to do something. Then find your deepest why and focus into that. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you now have a very good reason why you are going to wake up. Finding a reason to wake up, ladies and gentlemen, that's the best part in your life. You now become honest with yourself. You are not living in the fantasy anymore. You're not living in a fairy tale. You are living in reality. How do you plan your day? Now you have your deepest why. Remember, we're talking about it. You have your deepest why. My point is, how do you plan your day in order to answer your deepest why? The moment you wake up, what do? You can make a realistic plan. Make a plan. Okay? Make a plan. Have a realistic goal for the week. Tomorrow is Sunday. Write everything down what you're gonna do for next week. Write it down. Prioritize things. What will be the number one, the number two, number three, number four, number five? Okay? And once you do the number one is done. Focus on number one. Don't try to do 1, 2, and 3 at the same time. You prioritize it. Then do it first. After you've done it, make the number 2 your number one. Then once you're done, make your number 3 as your number one. You do it that way. Have a realistic goal for the week. What are the things that you can do for a week? Let's go back. Make a daily basic things like you can call your business partners and check on them, how they're doing. Okay. Number 2, you can call your customers, check about the products if they need some, or what are the testimonies. What have the product that they use that really felt good? Then ask them about it. Or you can call for Zoom appointments, schedule some Zoom appointments. Then you can have some group meetings. That's very important. Have a group meeting. We need each and every one right now. Especially if you are alone, you are in a boarding house alone, the more you need your group, the more you need to be in the surroundings of people that you know that think positive. Have a Zoom meeting, attend some meetings, prioritize things. This will be your realistic goal for the week. And you have to check yourself also. Check yourself. What are you eating? Are you eating just junks, okay? Chips, or you're eating healthy food? You have to do that. You have to check. You have to eat the right food. And very important, don't be stagnant. Don't be a couch potato. Exercise. Put time into it. What time will you exercise? So when you wake up in the morning, what you're gonna do? 1, what you're gonna do? 2, 3, 4, 5, and exercise. You need to stay healthy. Remember that. People do not plan to fail, but they fail to plan. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Let me repeat that. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. I'm just being honest with you. It is so hard when you wake up in the morning and you think, what will I do now? If you have a list already, make a list tomorrow, what you're going to do for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, daily needs. What happens? Then you keep you busy. Once it keeps you busy, it takes away your mind from other things that is not healthy to you. You are now focusing on the things that will be healthy to you and your family. How can people start to have an argument in the house? Because they're not thinking of anything else. Remember, an idle mind's a devil's workshop. You now see things, the little things that you're now supposed to see, that is getting you out of your goals in life, getting you away from your deepest why. Once you have a realistic goal for the week, you have something to follow. Make a checklist on that. And once you have done something, reward yourself. Don't forget that. We are not slaves. You have to have fun in life. Reward yourself. If you have done with your exercise, man, drink a soda, only a little bit, okay? And have fun. Eat something, you know. You have to reward yourself. This is now another scenario in life that I'm introducing to you so that you will know how you can stay healthy. You will know how you can stay healthy. It is only when you stay healthy that you'll be able to achieve and get your deepest why. Let me end up with this slides with reading again that people do not plan to fail, but they fail to plan. Now, let me reiterate. Once you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Importance of time. Have you heard of the saying, once the time is gone, it will never come back? Very important. I'd like to share to you a story. I like stories. There's this professor, an old professor teaching in a university. Okay? And his name is PJ. Okay? Very wise, full of wisdom, yet old. Okay? Nearly have a hard time walking. PJ gonna kill me later on. All right. Anyway, one time he brought a big jar, and the students were looking at it. Wow, what's that jar for? Then he placed it on top of the table. Then he went out, get other things, and they did not see what are those things. And without saying a word, Professor PJ started to put some rocks inside the jar, about 2 inches, okay? The circumference, the diameter. Then put it. Then he said, all right, class, up till the brim. He says, is it full already? The student says, yes, Professor PJ, it's filled up already. And then Professor PJ went to the other box that he has with him. And then he got now some pebbles and then just pour it in the jar because there's still some space, between the rocks. So the pebbles settled there. And he asked again, is it now full? The student said, yes, Professor, it's now filled up. Then Professor PJ just smiled wittingly. He took another bag, and this time it is full of sand, and he placed it inside the jar. So the sand seeped through it. And then when it's filled up now, I said, now, is it filled up now? This time the students were amazed. Wow, we answered twice already, and yet we can still fill it up. And said, yes. And Professor said, it is now filled up, ladies and gentlemen. The jar is your life. And the students were, questioning their self. What does it mean by that? The rocks or the stones are the important things in your life. That is your family, your kids, your health. That's the more important thing in life. And the pebbles are your job, your business, your career, and the sand and the small stuff that is unimportant to your life. Just imagine if you first place the sand in the jar, do you think the rocks can still get in and the pebbles? No. So my question is, in your life right now, ladies and gentlemen, how are you using your time? Are you using your time to the sand, to the pebbles, or to the rocks? As Charles Darwin said, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Please, we all have 24 hours, each and every one of us. If you will not use it, you cannot bring it tomorrow. It will be gone. This is how important time is. So as you make your weekly task, I want you to put time into it. First week, it will be hard on you. Next week, it will be easier for you as time goes by. You will now see the importance of time. Remember, make a choice: rock, pebble, or the sand. Be optimistic. Oh my gosh, okay? This is now the time to adapt to change. I have read that my friend says, Barthy, do you know that the misfortune of others is my fortune? Just like right now. You have to be optimistic. Think positively. We cannot live in the world of positive without negativity. Yet, if you're optimistic, then you can see the brighter side of it. See the brighter side of it. Remember that? We are in the lockdown. Everybody's in the lockdown. Now, what do? Stay locked down or do something about it? Look at our president. Very optimistic. He finds ways and means. Right now, he's doing a lot of things. Doing a lot of things for all of us. That's what optimism is all about. You want to follow a footstep of a very optimistic guy? Then there's our president, ladies and gentlemen. Be like him. Copy system. A lot of people tells me now that there's nothing we can do. But the truth is there's a lot that you can do. I'll give you a very good example. Dubai is in lockdown, very strict. Okay? Very strict. Now what happened next? Since it's very strict and the office is closed, no products available, one guy created a group chat for everyone. And from there, they will know who has the product. So if somebody would like to have a product, then they just directed to them, those who still have products. And that's Mark Tan. Imagine that. And a lot of people right now in Dubai, they're still selling. They're earning. Not only that, remember, our business and world is not only in one place, it is all over. People in Dubai are selling products to their business partners in the Philippines because we have the N worldwide store. Milan is doing that. Maggie is doing that. A lot of people are doing that. It's not only that. I knew somebody who is in the Philippines now selling to Dubai. See, you do not let obstacles right now ruin you in getting your deepest why. Be optimistic. People can never be optimistic. Number one, if you have problems with your health, you can never be optimistic. That's why I would like you to be healthy. Number two, people will never be optimistic if they don't have any goals that they would like to achieve in life. People will never be optimistic if they did not accept their deepest why. It's time for you. It's time for you to merge with other people who are optimistic. By doing that, you strengthen now yourself with those things. We needed it in everyone. That's why I told you, you have to have a Zoom meeting with your group or anyone else, chat with them, talk with them, because these are the people that doesn't look at the circumstances in life. They're looking for ways of overcoming these circumstances in life. That's how you use your full potential. It will come out to you, ladies and gentlemen. It will come out to you. Adapt to change. Don't tell me you cannot adapt to change. Man, people adapt to change. I'll give you a very good reason. When the first bottled water come out, did you buy right away? No, you didn't. You still get water in your faucet, but now nobody drinks in the faucet anymore. 90% drinks in a bottled water. When the cell phone came out, did you adapt right away? Probably no. Right now, everybody has cell phone, 2 cell phones. People in the Philippines have 2 cell phones. Oh man, you are so rich out there. Imagine that. Then adapt to change. The faster you adapt to change, the faster your deepest why will be answered. One step at a time. one step at a time. Remember what the philosopher Lao Tzu said? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. One step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. Count your blessings. Whatever you have done, praise yourself for that. Tap your shoulder and said, good, I talked to 5 people. Nobody joined? It's okay. I talked to 5 people. You'll never know what, if you never do something, you'll never have result. Activity is very important. Remember, I said, for you to maximize your full potential, what are those 3 things? Learn to plan, value of time, and then execute. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Focus, ladies and gentlemen, on the task for the day. Don't think of tomorrow. Remember, it's even the Lord says, think of today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Think of today. Focus on the task for the day. That's why if we go back to the first slides that I showed you, it says, tomorrow is Sunday, write down all the tasks that you're going to do for the week so you can be guided accordingly. And the most important thing, once you do that, learn, okay? Learn to say no. What are those no's? I want you to do this. Let us say you are now on your laptop. Most of us are there. I want you to get a piece of paper and write down the things that you have to say no. And what is that? No to Netflix. No to YouTube. No to unnecessary calls. I want you to put it there so that you'll be reminded. You have to learn how to say no. If not, you'll be swayed away from the focus that you're going to have for the day, from the task that you're going to have for the day. Have you noticed that? When you're doing something and you heard a Netflix and you say, oh, what are you? What are you? What's that? Oh, that's a good. And then you shy away. So goodbye for your deepest why. That's why I want you to write on a piece of paper the things that you have to say no. One step at a time, ladies and gentlemen. One step at a time. Rest if you must. Just like the Lord says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest if you must. We are no Superman. No. Once you have done the task for the day, go to the jar. Remember, what are those inside the jar? You have the rocks, the pebbles, and the sand. I want you to pour something there. Pour a bottle of beer or red wine in it. And I want you to taste that. You have to sit down and relax. If you will not do that, you grow old. Remember Professor PJ, grow old fast? No, you have to relax. Enjoy life. Life is so short. Sit down and cherish the moment. Cherish the things that you have done for the day. That will energize you for the next day to come. That's why rest if you must. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. You can maximize your full potential if you rest. You need energy to fulfill your tasks. How to relax? You can do exercise. That's the number one. It's hard? I don't think so. It's only in your mind. Remember? Your mindset's the one telling you it's hard. I got somebody here. He walks 5,000 steps almost every day. Then he increased it to 10,000. Now he's doing 10,000 steps. I have somebody here who runs at 10 in the morning, 20 round. I see them exercising. And I see also somebody here. Just I see him, okay? Yet they're joining. You have to exercise, read books, and once you go to sleep, listen to music. I want you to calm yourself. Don't listen to heavy metals, okay? Listen to music. Listen to music. Rest if you must. That's the best part in life. Rest. If you sleep, cover, let your curtains be closed, total darkness, and have some soothing music. If somebody can give you a massage, then have it. Thank him for that. Right? Surgeon was supposed to give me a massage, so I'm looking forward to it. And the best part, let's not make life complicated. It's a simple life. It's only us who makes it complicated. Please enjoy life. Enjoy life. When we do all the steps, you will see that life is so simple. Don't make it complicated. When we see a challenge in front of us, instead of focusing on the obstacles surrounding it, focus on the solution. Remember, once you focus on something, you will not see any obstacle. It's only when you take your focus that the obstacles will be there. And just what I often said, that most obstacles in our life are man. Most often, we are the man that made those obstacles. I already end up the first part of this, maximizing your full potential. I like to share to you just the tidbits. Once you like to make your life getting your deepest why, remember there was a part there that I said you have to learn how to say no. Not only on the Netflix, on other things that will disturb you. The most important thing is say no to the 10 kinds of toxic people in your life. I want you to recognize them. Because if you will be dealing with them, I guarantee you one thing. You'll never answer your deepest love. You will have more whys in life. What are these 10 kinds of toxic people? I don't need to explain this. I'll just go randomly. The number one are the time stealers. Number two, the criticizers. Number three, the victims. They always say, oh, it's not good for me. Oh, they always feel victims. The negative thinkers. Do you have these people around you? That's why I want you to be wise. The short fuse, people who get mad right away. People, you have that in life. Also, the emotionless. When you talk to them, they're like stoic people, like stones. Sweet talkers. You know some people, sweet talkers? This one, I put a little of coating out there. Actually, the real things, what sweet talkers are, these are the liars. Okay? They tell you lies, man. They tell you lies. The manipulators, oh my gosh. Stay away from these people. These are the toxic people in your life. Remember, this is your life. This is your life. The funny thing is, will they help you get your why? They don't even were able to get their why. How come they will need to help you out now? Those people that, when they really do this to you, hurtful things, and that gives you stress, that stress you out. 10 kinds of toxic people. I want you to look at it. And I'm glad that you are not one of those toxic people. Hallelujah. I like to share to you a story. Remember when I tell a story, I'm about to end. A story. There's this old monk traveling, and with him, he has his assistant. His assistant is a young guy, and assistant, he calls him brother. While walking on a deserted place, night was coming in, darkness was coming in. So he asked his assistant to go ahead and find a place to stay. So the assistant went and it's a deserted place, don't see anything. And from far away, he saw a small house. You know, it's not really a good house. It's one strong wind, everything will fly. He knocked at the door, and the father of the house opened it, and he said, "Good evening, sir." The father answered, "Good evening. How can I help you?" He said, "Me and my master are traveling on foot, and we would like to ask if we can stay with you for the night. There's no other house there." So the father said, "You are much welcome. Please fetch your master." So he went there and said, "Master, yes, I found a house. It's a shanty. One strong wind, it will fly away. There's the only one that is there. It's okay." So when they were there, they were welcomed by the father, who has a wife and some kids. Dinner time, they were served. They served them some cow's milk, cheese, and a cream, and they ate and they slept. When the morning comes, before the goodbyes, the monk, looking around, asked them, "How do you survive in this place? You are too far from the town, and I don't see any neighbors here. How do you survive?" And the father said, "You know, master, we have a cow, and the cow, we get milk from the cow. And once we get milk from the cow, we sell that to our neighbors. That's a little bit far. Then we kept for ourselves for our food." And the monk said, "Oh, I see. So thank you very much." So they started to walk and wave goodbye. After a few miles, the monk stopped and he looked at the assistant and he said, "I want you to go back there." And the assistant said, "Oh, yes, my master. What shall I do?" "I want you to push the cow on the cliff." He said, "What? Push the cow on the cliff?" He said, "Master, I don't understand." The master repeated it. "I want you to kill the cow." With a deep heart, the assistant is just obeyed, very obedient. He obeyed. He went back and pushed the cow. After many years, the assistant, the brother, became a monk, and he traveled the same path. When he traveled at the same path, he said, "Oh, I have been to this place." He remembered it. So I said, "I have to look for the house." And it's so easy. He said, "I know it's so easy because it's the only house there." Once he make a turn and make a curve, he saw not the house, but he saw a mansion with a beautiful garden with a lot of fruit trees. He said, "Whoa, wow, this is marvelous." And he knocked on the door. And the master of the house opened. He said, "Yes, how can I help you?" He said, "Sir, excuse me, sorry to bother you. For many years ago, I was in this place, and I was stayed right on this place in a small house. Where is it now? Did you buy the property?" And the master of the house just looked at him and said, "Please come in. I'll serve you some meals." And the meal was served. A feast. And he asked again, "Did you buy the property?" He said, "No, no. We are the same people that was living in that house with our clothes like a rug, but look at us now." He said, "What happened? How did it happen?" He said, "When you left, our cow was killed. It died, and we don't know what to do. So what we did, we started to do other things that what we were not doing before. We started to build chairs, carpentry, paint, everything we sell. We started to do our things. We started to use our potential, our full potential, not knowing it that we have it. And this is the result. Ladies and gentlemen, my point is just like what my friend Henry Ford said, if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. My question now, what are the cows in your life that you have to push on the cliff? What are the habits that you have that you have to change? What are the things that you got that you always do and the result is the same? Time for you to use the gift that the Lord has given you. Make use and maximize your full potential. I am Barthy Espino. I would like to say to God,